That line always slays me, I tell you.
That is Brad Cunningham right here on Coastal Radio. What an amazing song. Lekker one, Brad.
Yeah, a bit of humour, you know, you got to laugh, you got to have a bit of fun.
Indeed we do, eh?
Wow.
Yeah, we've got this tendency to sort of make life this amazing, serious thing. And not supposed to be like that. Yeah, we've got to have our moments.
Yes.
We have to have those moments, but I think, I'm always trying to be the light-hearted type of chap when we do stuff.
That's good. Yeah, we need that because I think we do tend on. It's kind of a fact that people you'll laugh at the same joke twice, but not 3 times, not 4 times. The 5th time, then it gets irritating. But amazing, and people will still cry tears for the same misery or the same tragedy over and over and over and over
Indeed.
again. So we need to bring humor to it.
Indeed. Now that's the coffee.
Let it all out. Have another Stevie there, Martin.
I will grab one in a second. That oxygen we always need. Eh? We did this whole thing start now. So you started gigging and started playing with a couple of guys, but then you decided, okay, I'm going to be taking this thing on. I've got to get into a studio. When was that?
Are we talking recording music?
Recording music. I mean, obviously you're not on stage and you're doing the gigs and you're playing the pubs and the clubs and stuff.
Yes.
And then you think to yourself, well, maybe, let me just, give it a stab. Got to try this.
Yes, I started as soon as I started tinkering with the guitar and learning. I started to write, and it was a slow process because I'm very very hard on myself. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, which I need to ease up on. But so that I incubate my songs sometimes for years. So it's got to be a strong melody.
This is something I sort of bring up later in the interview.
Yes.
Much later.
Okay, sorry to jump the gun.
Yeah, no, but it's good because we've got something else more important that we also need to touch on.
Yes.
And I want to save a bit of time for that as well.
Alrighty.
Your creative process. How does it really work for you? I mean, lyrics, does that pop in? You get a melody line. How does this whole thing work?
Oh, this is interesting because it's normally I'll be tinkering on the guitar and I'll come up with a melody and then I'll put lyrics to it. But just when you think that is the recipe, there's been times when I've written poetry and then later had to write the melody to fit the lyrics.
Yeah.
So basically, the best way for me is inspiration comes in, and then basically for me inspiration is when I actually step away from myself and I get out of the way of my own BS and I just allow the inspiration to flow through, and I just try and give it as much freedom as I possibly can and get into flow, and that's how the creative process is. That's the creative process, isn't it?
It is exactly how it works. But now what you do is it doesn't go to file 13. You now stick it away and you let it ferment. And
ferment, yeah.
You sort of let it ferment, and then you bring it back out again. And only then, when you think, okay, well, I'm now ready to tackle this thing, then you sit and you say, okay, well, let's get this thing into the studio.
There's some songs that have taken me 5 minutes to write. Boom, done deal. Rock and Roll Afterglow was one of those. Just 5 minutes, done deal. Lyrics, melody, the music, everything. And then there's the others. And it's normally just me being a bit hard on myself. I'll just say, this isn't resonating with me. This isn't sounding a bit cheesy, sounding a bit pedestrian. I don't think it's professional enough. There's not enough integrity. And then I'll sit and bake it for a long time. Then it'll be like red wine in the cellar.
Yes.
Let it ferment. I like that. I'll call it incubate. You call it ferment.
Yeah.
Let's brew this.
Yeah, let's brew this. The Big Cigar. That was first album.
My first debut album, yes, was The Big Cigar. I brought out a demo before that, but I don't talk much about that. Now, The Big Cigar basically was the title. People say, "What's this Big Cigar?" And basically, if you in the 80s, that AC/DC, when they brought out that album, which had Money Talks on it, they had it had Thunderstruck on it, which was a huge hit. But I loved the Money Talks song as much, if not more.
Well, speaking of AC/DC, sorry, I go back AC/DC 70s. That for me, that became a bit commercial.
Okay.
For me.
I understand.
Sorry, but still good stuff. Good stuff.
I still love them.
I still enjoy them.
Still, I think they still carry integrity, even if even if it is commercial.
It is still there.
Anyway, so the lyrics for the Money Talks is fine hotels, chauffeured cars, big cigars. So that's where that line came from. That's Big Cigar became synonymous now with fame and fortune, with success, So even as we're going to get on to success loops eventually,
Yeah.
basically I was brooding about success, about growth, about
Fermenting about it.
yeah. For me, there we go. Yes, yeah.
Sorry.
the goal setting and all of that, and
Yeah.
you'll find a lot of my songs have that. A lot of my songs do have where we're going. Is there financial success, the spiritual success, personal, corporate, all of that. Yeah, I'm quite a deep boy for such a shallow looking cat.
You know what? I'm so honored at Tunefleis, I'm telling you.
Do you know that I actually wrote for all the Afrikaans people out there? Remember I spoke, ek het my hele woordeskat opgebruik om just with 2 sentences earlier. I wrote an Afrikaans song because my band did Aardklop in die Bos and KAK, and the song is actually called Hoendervleis. So you mentioned it twice, so I have to talk about it.
Yeah,
and the people get giggles because my accent is ag nee man, ek verkragt die taal sommer lieflik, and I have such a respect for it because I actually have Afrikaans heritage on my mom's side of the family. Believe it or not, my grandmother, she was Isabella Elizabeth de la Rey.
Ooh.
Her father was we're getting there. Adrian de la Rey. His brother was Generaal Koos de la Rey, die leeu van die Wes-Transvaal. So ek het blou bloed in my no.
I really hope no Blue Bull supporter.
No, not really.
So
No.
you had blow blood in you.
I support the Springboks, but pretty much I find that I'm not as sentimental. I loved rugby when I played it at school. I mean,
I enjoyed it. I can watch it, but I'd rather have a cold one and just have it there in the background with some good tunes playing on the other side.
That's it.
Speaking about good tunes, this one, of course, is called The Big Cigar. Tell us about the song, Brad.
Yes, well, like we were saying, why we got off the topic. The Big Cigar basically.
It's me. I'm sorry.
Basically, it was just me starting out recording the first song. It's got a kind of an offbeat reggae feel, and I'm not really a reggae person, but you'll find that offbeat. It is all about me embracing the dream, of the fame and the fortune, and I was actually talking about heading overseas and all of that. So it's just a big escapism for me, and it's a bit of a trip. And the big cigar.
The Big Cigar. Brad Cunningham, right on Coastal Radio. So time has moved on 16 minutes past 10 o'clock. My name is Martin. The show's called Rewind, and you are indeed listening to one of the finest radio stations on the continent of Africa.
Correct.
Coastal Radio, SA.